It really doesn't matter if it's a double, treble, cross double, cocked hat double, or something we've never even seen before. We're looking for the cheekiest of the year. Not necessarily the best, but the cheekiest. And as usual, we're going to be finding out by attempting to recreate the 15 cheekiest shots as accurately as possible and in the fewest possible attempts, using our unique Chili scoring system. So where better to start than a Judd trump exhibition shot? Not only does Judd continue the break by doubling the yellow, he also swerves the white around the black a little bit, ending up in position on the green. Because I'm right-handed, I had to play this on the other side of the table and then flip it, but I managed to get my first shot. However, I wasn't really in position. As you can see here, Judd ended up on the other side of the pink and blue. Even though this is a really good exhibition shot, it won't get the top marks because the frame wasn't live, and it wouldn't really have mattered in any way if Judd had actually missed this. The problem I was having is getting enough side spin on the cue ball to get the right side of the blue and pink. I just couldn't do it in the end, and this was about the best I could have expected. Which isn't perfect, but I got fed up of being in the mirror dimension. Shot B is a Rickey Walden shot who doesn't appear to have been left a straightforward pot on a red, so he manages to double the red back into the green pocket and leave the cue ball in a safe position. Although this shot might not be as difficult as the previous one, it's likely to score higher because the frame's still live and there was a higher amount of risk involved. Keeping the cue ball safe is a good idea, but it won't help your score in this video, and nor will missing the next black, making the whole thing completely pointless. Shot C is a double from Junhui, who not only manages to pop the red across the table, he also cannons the other red off the cushion at the same time. This will also gain marks because it happened in the middle of a 6-0 drubbing of Ronnie O'Sullivan. But again lose out a little because the frame was already over. I was pretty happy to get this after 2 attempts, even if I didn't quite cannon the red correctly. But Ronnie hits back with shot D, and where could be a cheekier place to play one of these shots than the final of the World Championships? The problem is, I'm not really too good at these shots. Even though my first couple of attempts were really close, I found it really difficult to get the correct angle with this one, and I think that's because you have to play it with quite a lot of topspin and power to hold the cue ball near the jaws of the top pocket, and I just couldn't seem to play it straight enough with this amount of speed. And then I had the other problem where I kept topspinning the cue ball off in the top pocket, which was especially annoying on my 8th attempt, where I actually got the black in the middle pocket. So this shot is obviously going to do fairly well. It's difficult, it made a big difference, and it was played at a crucial time during a world final. And although it may have been a fluke, that doesn't really matter too much in this video. I was just relieved to finally get it, and really didn't want to see the shot ever again. Shot E is Graham Dott, ending this match against Jordan Brown with his casual length of the table double with a rest. Not only does this shot end a match, but it's a little bit harder than other length of the table doubles in this video because it's very close to being a double kiss, and I'd have to avoid it. So I was pretty happy to get it after just 1 attempt. But Graham Dott is on the receiving end of shot F. This treble from Clarke, which he not only gets, but ends up flat on his face. This shot has so much going for it. He probably played the double, it got him through to the World Championships at the Crucible Theatre, and then there's a celebration. It's not the hardest shot I'm going to have to play today, but in this video that won't affect the score too badly. Shot G is a really nice way to finish off a frame from Mark Selby. It's a good length of the table double, but it may be marked down because it's not really that vital. This shot qualifies for this video by being a double, but other than that it's a little bit boring really, as it's just a double into the corner pocket with the frame already over. It doesn't even get mark 100 break. Shots like this one are always a little bit of a guess because you never really know if you're hitting the right place on the cushion or not, so about 3 attempts is pretty good for a length of the table double like this. I bet you are never going to guess who I've chosen for shot H. Either way, this pink brought an abrupt end to the frame, and ironically, everything that's happened since has made it even more cheeky. The stakes were certainly high on this shot, as were the odds of me getting it right. Have I done enough gambling puns yet? I'm contractually required to do one more. Can't I just cash out now? Of course, none of this really means it's not a cheeky double, so expect it to score quite highly. Shot I is yet another length of the table double. I've probably put too many of these in, never mind. This one comes from Rory McLeod, and what makes this one even more cheeky is the sneaky apology at the end. Normally I exclude shots from videos if they happen to be complete flukes, but with this video I think it may improve a shot's chances if the player didn't actually attempt it. Especially with shots like this one where it looks like they almost might have done. I think Rory was trying to get the black down on the side cushion but ended up doubling it. Either way, I was pretty disappointed with this one because, as I explained earlier, with a shot like this one I'd expect to get it in around 3 attempts, so the fact that it took me as much as 7 meant I definitely struggled with it a little bit more than I should have done. Mark Williams now with shot J, our first cross double of the video. This won him a crucial frame, but it's probably going to be marked down a little bit because it was the natural shot on. What I mean by this is the natural safety shot is to play this 2 cushions and back into the middle of the bulk cushion, and the fact that he had this exact angle meant the pocket was close to being in the way of that, so it was naturally going to go towards it. That said, he did get it at a crucial time. Hossein Vafaei with shot K, a really clever and unique double on the pink where he screws the cue ball back in behind the black at the same time. But will this gain him any extra points in this video? Well, probably not. Even though this was the most sensible way of playing the shot, in this video he'd probably been better off playing the cross double into the middle pocket while blasting the cue ball up and down the table, and then executing a perfect Lombardo on the top cushion. And I'm not sure if any of that's actually possible, so please don't write in. Shot L is from Hugill and is another length of the table double. I definitely did too many of these. Either way, this gets him over the line in the World Championship qualifying. I am probably being a little bit critical here, and that's almost certainly because I'm just bored of playing this type of shot, but it certainly made a huge difference because it won Ashley the match, even though it might have been a fluke. But again, like I've said earlier on in this video, that doesn't really make too much of a difference here. And I was back to making these shots in just 3 attempts, which I was pretty happy with the type of angle I had to play it at. Shot M sees Liam Davies being incredibly cheeky as he's playing a cocked hat double, which he knows is going to take me forever to get right. I wasn't even sure to start off with if the red would even go around the pink from this angle, but as I could see after just a couple of shots that it definitely would, and the pink wouldn't really be in the way unless I played the shot incredibly badly. Which you'll know after seeing the Ronnie shot, it's highly likely I'll do at some point. And it did win him the frame in the end as he went on to clear up, so the only thing that's really left to decide is can I actually pot it, and I was pretty happy to get this after just 6 attempts. We've got a Matt Selt shot coming up next after we find Lewis from Lisburn in Northern Ireland, which is there. And expect this one to do well because it looks a really cheeky shot as Matt doubles the pink up into the yellow pocket, half covering it behind the black while leaving a perfect angle to just pot the black into the middle pocket on his next shot. This was a frame winner that he definitely went for really confidently, and it's a little bit harder than the other length of the table doubles I've played so far because you had to actually hit the ball quite hard, and that made it challenging to play it accurately, so I was happy with just 4 attempts. Shot O is another treble, but this time Mark Selby is actually playing it, as it's in the middle of a 147 maximum break, which is bound to make it score higher on the chiliometer. I can't remember where the chilies came from. I think it was something to do with a Ronnie O'Sullivan interview at the beginning of the year, where he was either eating a load of raw chilies before an interview, or said he was eating raw chilies in an interview. But it's just possible I dreamt a scenario where shots like these from Mark Selby became a little bit more interesting. After all that, there really can only be one winner, Jamie Clarke with a treble. Not only does this help him qualify for the World Championships, but he really wins it with a face plant. Well, that's it. Thank you so much everybody for watching not only this video but all year. I'm off to play some snooker, but I'll see you next year. But if you can't wait that long, have a look at these two videos, including our best shots video of every professional tournament in 2022, except the English Open, but we'll get to that in a few weeks. And remember, don't just watch play and make the commitment to becoming a better player by subscribing to the channel and visit the website. See you later.